you wanna be free when you're standing on the edge of time? One word's all I need to relieve you of your rising greed. Don't you wanna be free when your life's turning upside down? Let me show you the way to go when all direction is lost. I cannot be all you need. I promise to be by your side, to help you set your mind at ease. For once I will not run and hide. I've said it time and time and again. If you want, I can be your friend. Don't you wanna be free to forget where your life should be? For once, stand up for what's right and be true to the ones you need. Don't you wanna be free and to never be afraid again? This time I will not let you go. I'll be your shelter from harm. I cannot be all you need. I promise to be by your side, to help you set your mind at ease. For once I will not run and hide. I've said it time and time and again. If you want, I can be your friend.
Hey everyone, welcome. So tonight I wanted to chat with you about a book that I just finished reading. And I don't typically do book reviews, but this one really resonated with me. And I don't know if anybody's familiar with Mitch Albom. He wrote the Tuesdays with Morrie book. It's an older book. I don't know if anybody knows the backstory to that. Mitch he was a sports writer, and he became very friendly with one of his professors when he went to school, and then they had lost touch or whatnot, Maury Schwartz. And Mitch had seen him on, I think it was Nightline. Back in like 1995. And Mitch was actually diagnosed with ALS. So he was dying, and Mitch was like, he was very close to this professor. So he's like, I think I'm going to reach out and just say hello and whatnot. And he always called this professor Coach. He's like, he's probably not even going to remember me, but I'm going to give him a shout. And he called him how he had his number. I guess we had a phone book back then. But anyways, he called him. And the first thing that Maury had said to Mitch was, how come you didn't call me Coach? So he certainly remembered who he was. So long story short is he ended up visiting with Maury every Tuesday and, just taking notes, if you would. And one of the Tuesdays, Maury had said to Mitch that, I'm going to die twice. He said, because I'm going to die. And then wherever I go, I'm going to have to watch my family suffer with all these hospital bills that I have. So Mitch got the idea of taking all these notes from his Tuesday meetings with Maury and putting them into a book. Only he couldn't find a publisher to publish the book. Company after company after company kept saying no, 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 no. Finally, somebody, I think it was Doubleday, said, we'll take a chance, write the book, whatever. And they expected like a 300-page big book. And if anybody's read Tuesdays with Maury, you know it's not a very big book. But long story short now, so he started meeting with Maury in 1995. The book was published in 1997. And in very short order, it went to the bestsellers list. And it stayed there for years. So that's just the backstory. And after that book, Mitch never went back to sports writing. He ended up continuing to be a publisher, humanitarian, if you would. And all his books are relatively small, and they're stories, but they have very profound meanings behind all of them. Well, let me just say hello. Remind me later. Hey, Oki, how are you? Thank you for joining. Hi, Sally. Simply Debbie Sue. Catherine. Did I miss anybody? Oh, thank you guys for joining. So just put in the chat, does anybody know who Mitch Albom is? And did you ever read his first book, Tuesdays with Maury? I don't know when everybody joined, but I had started out saying I was away this weekend. And while I was on the plane, I actually listened to it on Audible, but I also have the book here. I picked up his newest book. It's called Twice. And it really hit me. So I thought tonight would be a good night to just talk about it and how we can sort of relate it to our life and some of the gold nuggets, if you would, that I pulled out of it. Because I typically don't do book reviews, but the premise of the book was, in the book, this guy's name was Alfie, and he could go back. He had a gift that was passed down from his mother. It was just, I guess, a supernatural gift that he could go back in time, and just by saying the word twice, he could relive any moment. The only thing is he could not go back so if he relived a moment, he had to live with the results of that second time, that second go around. He couldn't go back and say, oh, it was easier the first time. And if somebody was going to pass in his life, he could not go back and change death. And if there was love and he wanted to go back and leave that love, that person could never re-love him again, ever. So there was a handful of things that really stuck with me, some of the quotes. And I think if I had to sum it up, though, what I really learned from the book was that so many of us say, well, if I didn't go through that, if I didn't say that, if I didn't do that, if that didn't happen to me, I wonder if we would really go back and change that, right? And maybe we need to stop focusing on the what ifs and just start living our life. So I actually wrote down the quotes. So the first thing that jumped out at me was kind of divine timing. At one point in the beginning of the book, Alfie's mother, Alfie is the main character of the book, says to him, I want and you want, and God wants as well, and he will always do what God wants, right? So I think that's just kind of what I just said. We all have this power in the world, or if we had this power in the world to redo our lives, but we can't necessarily control the outcomes. Because even if you go back and redo a moment, you don't know how that's gonna change. But maybe we just need to start trusting God's timing. And maybe it's not always what we think we should have, but maybe it's what we really need, whether it's a lesson or something that maybe we won't know for 10 years down the road. So it's fighting against, I guess, divine timing. I think just sometimes brings more uncomfortableness in our life, dis-ease in our life. And I think always second guessing, that constant second guessing. And the quote from that one was, if you keep getting second chances, you won't learn a damn thing. Which is true, right? We waste so much of our energy replaying our past, asking what if. But if transformation requires us to kind of lean forward into our mistakes, into, obstacles in our life, and not always living backwards, your soul can actually grow, and it will start accepting, your path instead of endlessly trying to revise it. I think we get on this what if hamster wheel. And then the other one, this was a really important one. It would be like the quote was, it would be like taking a stitch out of a tapestry. The whole thing could unravel. I figure every little thing that happens is part of life or fate or God or whatever you call it, leading to where I'm supposed to be. Right? So even if you went back and changed one little decision, you don't know what type of impact that would have to you, to somebody else in your life down the road. And I say this all the time, right? Anybody who has seen some of my videos and knows some of my backstory, I certainly haven't had the most smooth road to walk on, if you would. But I would not change a thing. I would not change anything because I truly am happy where I am today. I mean, it doesn't mean everything goes right. Far from it. But I would never, ever want to change anything from my past. And I guess it just, every painful moment, every mistake, every hill, every detour, it's all part of your design. It's all part of your story. It's who we are. And if you were just to pull that one thread, I mean, you risk unraveling your whole life, including the really good parts, right? So I guess you got to trust some of those messy parts. And I don't say that lightly because I know we've all gone through stuff. We've all gone through stuff. But would you give that up? Especially when you get to the other side of it. Sometimes you can't see it until you get to the other side of it. I don't know. I know I wouldn't. I know. And at the end, I am going to ask anybody if they would. So think about that. And then the other thing is gratitude, right? The quote there was, why is it that when you have loss, you always talk about what I've taken from you? Why is it that you never talk about what I've given you? Right? That's gratitude. We're always talking about what we don't have, what we wish we could have, what we're trying to achieve, instead of just being in the moment and being happy, content, at peace with what we do have, right? I mean, this one really hit me hard because I think we focus so much on what we don't have or what we lost, the job, the relationship, that version of ourselves maybe that we wanted to be, that sometimes we forget to honor who we are and what we have achieved in life, what we have gained. So maybe just start shifting from what was taken from us to what's been given to us. And I say all the time that gratitude, right? It's the fastest way to change your frequency. And that feeling comes before any manifestation. I think there was one more. This wasn't a quote. This was just a note that I think even if I had the power to redo anything, I don't think I would, because truly the only time that we have is right now. The only time your soul can speak to you is right now. It can't speak to you yesterday and it can't speak to you tomorrow. I mean, we've heard that saying, right? The present time is truly the present. It's the only moment we have in life. And I'm not saying not to, turn around and look back sometimes. I mean, sometimes I think that's important to see how far we've come or, what we've overcome. So I'm not saying that, but we certainly cannot live in the past, and certainly our past does not drive our future. The wake doesn't steer the boat. And oh, lastly, is the last quote was, when we're young, we want to satisfy every desire. When we're old, our greatest desire is to not die alone. And that one really resonated with me because I think, especially early in life, right? We're chasing, we're striving. It's like the morning of our life. We're going after that promotion. We're trying to get that house. We're just constantly going after something. But I think in midlife, you start realizing that that's not as important as your connections and belonging and your friendships and peace. I think peace matters more than achievement. So, and I guess just to summarize it, to kind of wrap it all up into a bow, you can't redo. I think what he learns in the book is you can't redo your way into a peaceful life. You can't manipulate your way into what you want, or you cannot control divine timing. We have free will, but there's certain things that we cannot control. The only real power that we have is to stop fighting our past and the what ifs in our life, and just start living our life and accept what the quotes say, the stitches in the tapestry. We got to just start accepting those, even the messy ones, right? Even the ones that don't line up perfectly. I think we got to honor it. We got to honor what we've been given in life and what we've achieved in life, and not always what we wish we could have. And like I said, I think we got to stop, always replaying yesterday. And well, if this didn't happen, if I didn't go this route or make this decision or take this job, it's okay to turn around every now and again to see how far you've come. But it's not okay to continue to look in your rearview mirror. So, let me ask, if you had the opportunity, and in the book, he can go back for each instance. He can only go back once, but he can go back for every minute of his life if you wanted. So, he lived multiple instances over and over. It was really a fascinating read. It was a very easy read. But let me ask, if you had that opportunity, would you do it? And even realizing that if you did that, that might change your life today. And maybe not necessarily better. Would you take that chance? So I think we just got to stop trying to rewrite our yesterdays and try and live in the now, and try and listen for the soul to talk to us now. Because that's when you can start remembering who you are. I think that's when everything changes. When we always hear, and I've said it, there's miracles going on all around us, and it's true. But the miracles are not outside of us. The miracles are inside of us. And when that miracle takes place inside of us, that's when we can see what's going on outside of us. My favorite quote, I say it all the time, that when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. So, all right, let me catch up on the it's Debbie Sue. Hey, CL. I hope I didn't miss anybody. CL, Debbie Sue, Mike. Hey, Mike. I never finished joining you yesterday for Monster Jam, so I'm very interested how the rest of that went. I ended up, Rob ended up having a live, which I did jump on maybe for the first 15, 20 minutes of it or so. But I guess he got to the 100,000 mark while on his live, so I did miss that. I didn't stay on the whole time, but Catherine was telling me that he did reach the 100,000 mark. So, but I'm also interested in the Monster Jam, how that finished. Did I miss anyone? Oh, hi, Geraldine. I love having you here, Geraldine. Thank you. Thank God. Oh, hold on one sec. Let me just turn. Yes, thank God for everything I do have. Agreed. Agreed. The thought that also kept coming up into my mind was the grass isn't always greener, right? We often hear that too, that, oh, they have it easy, or, you know, if I had what they had, grass isn't always greener on the other side. I agree 100%, Lori. I wouldn't change a thing either, even the worst parts. It was my journey. I accept that for me. Regrets help make a different choice now. Some recent ones are doing that. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Catherine. Hi, Elizabeth. Welcome. But we certainly don't need to talk about MK Ultra. I agree, but we don't need to talk about it. Hey, Pam. Welcome. I wouldn't change the past. I don't like the idea of thinking about it. There's no point in trying to change the past. I love that. I love that you folks think that too. So, I mean, I can't say I've never wished something didn't happen. Of course, I think we probably all have stepped into that trap at one point or another. But I can honestly say, I don't ever think that anymore. And I can honestly say, with everything I've been through, even if I knew it would come out okay, I'm so happy with who I am today that I don't know. I love even the broken pieces of me. So he did. I was watching it at the same time. How did you do that? How did you record and watch Rob? That's pretty good multitasking. So I got through the comments pretty easy. It's a light crowd tonight. You know what? Does anybody have the Super Bowl on in the background? I used to, when the Patriots were in it years ago with Tom Brady, I used to follow it religiously, and then I stopped. And to be honest, I had no idea the Pats were even in the Super Bowl until I was flying home today. Somebody said that as we were boarding the plane. I was like, oh, really? So, but I'm sure none of you guys care about the Patriots. So, so let me just, since I am caught up, let me just talk a little bit about I did make a couple notes for this next series. Excuse me. I was hoping to I do have a couple of the episodes recorded, but they're not edited or anything yet. But the new series, I think I shared, it's going to be about the nervous system. And I say this all the time, that you will only be able to move at the speed of safety, how safe your body. So that's whether you're trying to build a business, whether you're on a health journey, trying to build a relationship. You will only make decisions and follow through at the speed that your body feels safe, because your nervous system literally controls so much of our life. And I don't think people realize how much. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that and how I feel it's the bridge from like your heart, your soul, your mind. It's truly the bridge. So I'm going to tie it all together, and I'm going to show you, different ways to help calm your nervous system so that you can step forward. And part of that is going to be reminding you, I guess, of who you are, if that makes sense. I think we all forget. And I was thinking about this the other day because I have 2 young grandchildren, right? And my grandson's really young. He's only almost a month old. But my granddaughter, she just turned a year, and I am just amazed when I sit with her and watch her, the curiosity, the creativeness, yes, even at 1 year old. And I think that gets, as you grow, and whether sometimes it's, well-meaning parents, it's school, we lose a lot of that. So I also think that when you're really young, you know exactly who you are, and you know your power, and you understand just where you came from. And then I think from, the ages of, I don't know, 10 to, I don't know, 40, 50, 60, we forget. We forget who we are. We forget where we came from. But I think when you get midlife or older, you start remembering some of this stuff again. So that's going to be part of the series as well. Just, I guess it's, that spiritual knowledge, I guess. And I'm going to show you how to help your body feel safe and so that it's not always sabotaging everything, every dream, every goal, just whatever level, whatever you're trying to achieve in your life. So we'll do a deep dive into that. And it's truly, and I'm going to show you how it's the bridge. It's the bridge between your body and your soul, and once we can clear it, I think you're also going to hear, I call it your soul. You can call it your intuition, call it, so many different things. I call it your soul, but you're going to start hearing that maybe for the first time, but you'll definitely hear it louder than you typically hear it. My hubby is trying to watch it on TV, but he can't get his Pixel to cast to the TV. Frustrating for him. This is so bad. I don't even know who the Patriots are playing, so drop it in the chat. Who are they actually playing? I have no idea who they're even playing. I think my husband's watching it, but he's a fair weather fan, and when we used to like watching the Patriots, we would not allow my husband to watch it because anytime he watched it, the Patriots would lose. So we used to make him go sit in the other room. I'm not joking. They would always lose when he watched it. Yes, the Super Bowl is on. I love your background, Lori. The lamp, candles. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, it's pretty simple. I spent time painting my office and adding all these little things. And then my husband got a new job where he works virtual. So his desk is over there. So now I don't get to be in here as often during the week when he's working, so which is kind of a bummer. So now I think I might go redo one of the bedrooms upstairs and make another office. We'll see. But it's been a little disruptive, but we'll see. I don't watch sports. I've been working on sketches all often. I'm with you, CL. I used to watch them, but I don't watch them anymore either. Other than my daughter's hockey game. I still watch hockey. I still watch her. In fact, next weekend we're going down to Penn State. It's senior night for her. It'll be her last home game. So that'll be fun. So Sally, I'm going down to Pennsylvania next weekend. But I think Penn State's like 3 hours away from you. Hey, Granny. Thank you for dropping in. Hey, Daryl. Thank you for dropping in, too. I caught the tail end of you guys last night. The trivia and what'd you make? Did you make a sauce? I caught the tail end just as I was coming on. You guys were saying goodbye. So sorry I missed that last night. Hi, Tyler. How are you, hon? Thank you for joining. So, did anybody say who the Patriots are playing? Pam, do you know who they're playing? So Rob did he got to the 100,000 while he was doing his live. He didn't go in the water then, right? Was he going to do that today or tomorrow? Do we know? Is he recording it or is he doing it live? I haven't seen it, but I'm just still catching up on everything because I didn't bring my laptop with me this weekend. It's nice to have your own office space. Mine is full of my daughter's stuff right now, but I want to paint and make it look, yeah. Yeah, this room used to be like I'm sure I liked it at the time. It was like a light green and yeah, it desperately needed painting, Pam. So my husband's very good about painting. He tells me all the time that we've lost inches in all our rooms because I've had him paint the rooms so often. But especially my daughter's rooms. Oh my goodness. Our daughter's rooms have been purple, dark purple, bright pink, you name it, they've been that color. I think the only color, crazy color that we haven't done is like a black. But so we do a lot of painting. Oh, he's making a video and posting it Monday. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it was pretty cold here today, so I would imagine it's pretty dang cold up there if you did it today. Kind of like a cold plunge, right? Cold plunge. It's supposed to be good for you. So, he did the water yesterday, did a post, and is doing a premiere tomorrow before his live. Before his live on Tuesday. I'm all lost in my days. Okay. I'll have to go check out his channel. I haven't seen and see what he has out there. Actually, you know what? I can go back and watch his live to when the ticker changed. Well, that would be fun too. Spaghetti squash. That was it. That was it. So, was it good? Was it good, guys? Well, I don't have a whole lot I'll be honest, I didn't, Scott wasn't sure how many would actually show up tonight, he said. So I didn't have a whole lot planned for tonight. So I think I'm not going to keep everybody, but I do want to read, Thoughtuary. But I just, sorry, I got to pull a Daniel. Just give me 60 seconds to go grab it. So did Elizabeth leave? I kind of feel honored. That was my first troll ever. I've never gotten a troll before. I don't know. I feel special tonight. February 8th. Focus on the reality of the here and now. Oh boy, isn't that funny? Small wins, tiny blessings. Today, be sure to take a break from obsessing over your problems and take at least a few minutes to stop and focus on the small wins, tiny blessings in the things that are going well. Yes, once again, I'm talking about gratitude in the face of uncertainty, embracing the beauty of the here and now and putting down the what ifs and wins for a while. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. This is one of these synchronicities I talk about all the time. Do this and I promise your day will be better. So chin up, breathe, and release. You've got today. Ask yourself this: how can I remember to stop, take a breath, and let go of worries and experience the peace of the moment? Seriously, I can't make this up. So, but I highly suggest get the book, read it. Has anybody read Tuesdays with Maury? I'd be curious. I love that book, but I've read all his books. So they're a very simple read, but they have really good lessons, I guess, intentions, lessons. It looked very yummy. Yeah, I bet it did. Did they use the Instapot or the slow cooker? Pull a Daniel. Yes. Isn't that what we termed it? Pull a Daniel. It was so good to see Rob get to 100K. Yes. It's well deserved. It's well deserved. That man, he gives hours of his time every week. It's priceless, right? Doesn't charge us anything. And he gives of himself and, everything he's learned. And if he doesn't know it, it's usually in short order that he's then doing a video on it to give us the answer, that somebody asked him. So, absolutely. I'm posting my sketches later tonight. They are inspired by you. Really? Oh, CL. Thank you. That really warms my heart. Thank you. I'm very curious what they are. So, I can't wait to see them, hun. Lori pulled a DJ. Yep. Daniel's not even on to witness it. We somehow have to trademark that. Yes, it was at one point people started to not subscribe to him, so the counter was going backwards. What? Rob, the thing started to go backwards? It was at one point people started to not subscribe, and so the counter was going backwards. Well, that's frustrating. Somebody said once, though, that they take the trolls or stuff. Is it no, not the trolls, the bots. So, and I also noticed, and I know it's a rolling clock. It's a 365-day rolling clock. That I understand. But it seems like sometimes watch hours go down, even within that rolling clock. I don't, it's kind of weird. So maybe hours that are associated with the bot get taken away. I was thinking about that. So it's going to take forever to get to, that's a hard, 4,000 watch hours just seems like forever. Yeah, I did that one. Seahawks. Okay. I don't know when you joined, Granny, but I had said I didn't even know the Patriots were playing. I used to be a faithful follower, but then after Tom Brady left, yeah, I wasn't interested. Well, they used to lose for years. I had no idea that they were even in until we were boarding the plane today, and somebody was talking about, going back to Boston, the Patriots, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? So, Catherine, correct me if I'm not correct, but I'm pretty sure Rob said he's going live on. You know what? You're right. On Monday. Now that you say that. So, yeah, Catherine was right when she said tomorrow, because that's Monday for us. Because he's going to be on an airplane, he said Tuesday. So you're right, Mike. Yes, he's going live tomorrow. I don't know what time. Maybe the regular time, but I don't. I'll have to go back and see if he did. Love that. Take a deep breath and just relax. Yes, I read it. Okay, Tuesdays with Maury. Yes. Yes. Forgot what I asked. Such a good book. Oh my. I haven't read it in years. Maybe I should go back and reread it. Mike, yes, tomorrow. He's going live this week because he's on a plane on Tuesday. Hey, Mike, Granny. I'll have to look CL. You're such a delight. She is a delight. And everywhere I go, CL is there. CL is there. She supports all of us and then some. She is everywhere. Such a blessing. Hello. Bots and spam. Okay. Yeah, I was on your live earlier today, and I just love, right, wrong, or indifferent. I don't know. I just love your community, and I love the way everybody just supports everybody, and I think I said to Catherine earlier, I know not everybody is interested in, the topics that I talk about, but people just support everybody. And I just think that's phenomenal. And you just do such an amazing job, pulling people together and just making them feel welcome. At least that's how I feel. So thank you for that. I haven't made stuffed shells in forever. My mother-in-law used to make the best. She made the homemade shells, everything. Oh, you were making those. Actually, I joined late, so I don't know what you were making. I don't know if you were making stuffed shells or were you making I also heard meatloaf. So what were you making tonight, Okie? You will get the I know, eventually. Eventually. So, but 4,000 is so give it a whirl, Seal. So it was the stuffed shells that you made today? Who was playing till today? I'm with you, Granny. I didn't, but I'm from Boston. You'd think I'd at least have heard or know or something, but nope. Me either. So I'm in good company. Oki has great energy and is so good with helping others. Amazing, Granny. And I should thank you because I met him, I think, through your channel. So, and I've shared this that I love his how-tos and it's not just a talking head video. It's amazing. So thank you, Oki. Thank you. Yes, it's a great community. You realize you're a part of our community. I'm starting. Yes, you make me feel very welcome. Yes, you do. You really do. I woke up today to make content out on the lake fishing, but my heater broke sometime in the night, so that changed my plans for today. Yeah, not that Florida was overly warm. I was down in Florida this weekend, but it was 61, so it was 70 degrees warmer than it was today when I got home. It was -10 when I got home today. So, and you're probably colder than me, Mike. Hopefully you'll get that heater fixed. The video released tonight with stuffed shells. Okay. I'm going to have to go watch that then. Well, it's well deserved. Okay, folks, unless there's anything else, I'm not going to keep you guys. Thank you. Thank you for helping on, even with the Super Bowl going. I really appreciate you guys. You know that, every one of you. But I'm going to let you go early and get the book. It's worth a read or on Audible or whatever. And my next series should start this week sometime. I'll drop the first episode probably later in the week because I still have one more episode of the decluttering series, but it'll be out soon. I hope you guys have a great night. I love you guys. I really do. You have a good week, and I'll see you throughout the week. Bye, guys.